Welcome, welcome, welcome! It's me, filling in for Palukkie yet again, because he's a lawyer, and he's busy, and I'm not, so this is the situation we have to deal with, I suppose. Okay, so you might look at this team and think, JM, what the fuck are you doing? Why isn't Abomasnow on this team? Why are you bringing Abomasnow? And all in due time. You see, this Abomasnow, it is scarfed. Will it work? I have no idea, but Jesus Christ, I want it so badly to work, because you look at it, you look what he's got, Blizzard, Earth Power, Leaf Storm, that hits every single one of that team. So in theory, I can kill any of that team right now. I'm definitely expecting Scarf Jirachi's. Brendan loves his stupid Serene Grace Flinch set, so it's going to be Scarf Jirachi, probably with Trick and Iron Head and Zen Headbutt. Probably kind of expecting Scarf Hydreigon as well. Clutch doesn't think it's going to happen. I really think it will, but then again, he's a lot more experienced and also just a generally better player than I am, so I guess we'll see. We've got some interesting predicaments going on here. So, to start off with this team, I think I'm probably going to start off with Flambe Harambe. Maybe, yeah, I think I probably will. Either that or Zapdos, I think, because I want to try and set up rocks. I don't think you'll have anything that's sash, but it'll just help with dealing with things going forward. Plus, I might get like a free kill in there or something. It is a little bit of an annoying situation, because if he starts off with Chandelure, he might just try and ruin my life. I might just start... No, I'm not going to start with Abomasnow. Abomasnow needs to stay in the back and clean, because that's apparently what Abomasnow does. Okay, let's start with Flambe Harambe. He's gone straight for Chandelure, which is exactly what I thought he would do. So I'm just gonna... Should I set up Zolthork, or should I just get the fuck out of there? I am tempted to get the fuck out of there. I don't really have much in the way of switches to this thing, really. And also, he can just kind of... he can just Shadow Ball. I have noticed just now that he hasn't brought... Mega Pinsir. Mega Pinsir, I actually really feared that thing, so I'm interested to see why he hasn't brought it, but I guess we'll see. I'm just going to U-turn straight out and go probably go into Wolf Stream. That's probably the easiest solution here. I did go for full defensive bulk on quite a lot of these Pokemon, I believe on Weezing, Zapdos and Suicune, so that might turn out to be a bit of a horrible decision, but we shall see. I'm going to U-turn straight out of there. Yeah, just go for straight for U-turn, because I'm expecting him to just trick or... he might trick actually. He might trick, that could be interesting. Okay, if he does trick, I'm just going to go straight out into Suicune. Which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, having a Scarf Suicune, or even a Spec Suicune. Could be quite decent in the right hands, and completely change my plans. But that's just kind of the plan going forward, I suppose. I'm just hoping I can take at least a couple of hits from this thing. I'm not entirely sure what it's going to do. There's the Toxic. I don't mind that at all, because I'm Rest Talk. So, what I'm going to go into now, I could go into Primarina. I don't think I will. No, he might go into Primarina. I don't think he will either. I don't think he's going to stay in. He's probably going to go into Celebi. And I think under those conditions, I'm going to start... do I want to boost? I don't think I do. Not yet. Okay, I'm going to Scald. There's the Celebi, exactly what I thought would happen. So that does a tiny, tiny amount of damage, which kind of suggests that he might have some kind of defensive bulk. I'm not entirely certain, to be honest. But what that tells me going forward is that Manchester is probably decent-ish switching, maybe? No, Psychic, I can't deal with that. No, that's not a very good switching either. Shit. Pineapple Pharaoh? Let's go. Imprison! Okay, he's bringing meme sets, cool. I could U-turn. That will do a tiny amount of damage, so there's not really much point, but hey, Toxic? Probably Toxic is probably the best solution here, to be honest, so I'm gonna go for that. I might be imprisoned, who knows? He could be carrying Toxic. I genuinely have no idea. I don't know what to expect from this thing. I don't know what to expect in general. So, I think what I'm going to... Okay, he's going to swap out into U-turn. I am just going to change my capture settings. There we go. So he's gone straight out into that thing, which is pretty much exactly what I expected. So I'm gonna ooh, he's got speed on that thing. All right, okay. This is interesting. Ball stream? Let's go ball stream. I wasn't expecting him to outspeed. That's an interesting predicament. So I'm totally expecting him to scald or just do something horrible. I could just try and boost up immediately. Like, I feel like this is going to be a really long match, and I don't particularly want to deal with that. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start boosting. Let's Hydreigon. Do I fear Hydreigon? Kinda, not really. I don't know what it's going to do, because I feel like he's just bringing really unorthodox sets. I mean, he's got Imprison. When was the last time you saw Imprison in, like, anything? Definitely expecting this to outspeed, so Calm Mind again might not be a brilliant idea. I don't know what this thing can do to me, really. It might start boosting. If it starts boosting, I'm going to be scared. But I'm just going to Calm Mind. Taunt. I did not think of Taunt. Wow, I don't know how I didn't consider Taunt, but apparently that's what happens. Fuck it, Manchester, you're in. So, Levitate Weezing might not have been the best idea in this particular circumstance, especially since I don't actually have Defog on any of my Pokemon. So, we're in a bit of an interesting situation here. I would like to limit it to at least one, at most one layer of spikes, just so I don't have to deal with the toxic escalation, because that could really screw with my other plans. I might have to start pressuring him by bringing in some of my Scarfmon. Like, I know I could do a lot of damage to certain mons in here, and I think if I can bring Garchomp in safely, I can at least pressure him to do something. Okay, so that's a good amount of damage. Yeah, no, it's not a good amount of damage. It avoids it from Manchester, which is good. I'm expecting Flash Cannon. Clutch said that I can bring Weezing just fine on Hydreigon. I think that's bullshit. I think Hydreigon has the power to hurt Weezing, but I'm just going to go straight for a Strange Steam and just see what happens. Probably nothing, to be honest. He's gone straight to Chandelure. Brilliant! I love it when a plan comes together. So, I would like to try and start setting up Toxic Spikes, I think. He's gone straight for a Will-O-Wisp, which is fine. I do not care about being burned. Well, I do kind of care about being burned a little. Set up more Toxic Spikes. He goes for a Hex. Cool. That's delightful. So I don't really have much in the way of switch-ins now. What I want to do... God. I think I might just let Weezing die here. I've got my spikes up, so that's going to start doing damage to anything grounded that's coming in. I could send in Garchomp just as a way of pressuring anything that comes in, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to let Manchester die. Is this a bad idea? Probably. Goodbye, Manchester. Okay, send in this thing. Now, I could start boosting, but I don't really want to do that so far. That's probably Infiltrator, if I had to take a guess. So, what I want to do is just Dragon Claw, because I don't think he'll stay in, and I think, if anything, he'll go into Hydreigon to avoid the Earthquake, because that's such an obvious move. But he also might go into Celebi, but Dragon Claw would also do a decent amount to that, so here's hoping. I don't think he'll stay in, and if he does stay in, this should 2-hit KO. Yes, there you go, there's the Celebi, so in theory, that's definitely bulk, that's definitely got some bulk on it. So, in this particular circumstance, we send out Pineapple Furo, which is fine. He's probably going to go out into that thing. Mirella Melbromark, I cannot, what the hell does that mean? What, yeah, I don't know anything he references at all. So, I'm going to U-turn. Ooh, Ice Beam, interesting. So, that takes me down to about half health. I need to try and start building up something because Brendan is extremely annoying to fight against. And I also forgot he has a grounded poison, so there goes my Toxic Spike, so I essentially killed Weezing for nothing. In this particular circumstance, I probably just want to... Oh, no, I don't want to send in Garchomp. That was a bad idea. Wolfstream... And fucking Celebi's got Natural Kit. He thought of this. Damn, he puts a lot more thought into this than I do. I actually might go into Abomasnow. I genuinely think that might be a good idea. It could work. Is it the right move? Probably not. Right, I think I'll probably just save Abomasnow for like the final few things. Fucking hell. Right, Wolfstream. Let's go Wolfstream. I'm just gonna try and pressure it as much as possible. I don't know what that Celebi's gonna do. I don't really know what to do with it, to be honest. So I'm gonna Calm Mind again and then rest. Probably. That's probably the easiest solution here, I think. He's gone to Jirachi, which is interesting. Probably going to start flinching me out like he always does. Still only one layer of spikes, which is good. So, that's interesting. I don't know what he's going to do. Probably start Zen headbutting, or possibly even tricking. If he does trick... Encore! Okay. Alright, okay. I guess we're playing that game then. Well, back into Pineapple Hero. I am fully expecting to just... okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. It's not Scarf, which is interesting. I don't really fear this all that much because I do have Flambe Harambe, so I can just ignore it, really. Oh my god, if that flinch hacks me to death, I'm going to be very upset. Unfortunately, he's got this. And is that going to kill me? Yeah, there goes Pineapple Hero. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, let's go Garchomp. Just so I can start pressuring this thing. I could set up a sub. That might be a good idea, actually, considering what he's got. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sub. I don't know. This is actually horrible. I fucking hate fighting Brendan, dude. He always does the same thing. He always has his flinch tactics. I hate Jirachi. If I ever have to fight him, if I'm ever in the same league as him again, I am bringing like 3 mons with Inner Focus. There it is. There's the thing I was expecting. It does have Liquid Voice. It might do the thing. Poison doesn't help me at all. Earthquake, fuck it. Moonblast does the thing. That tells me it's Scuffed, which means I can kill that thing with Abomasnow. And I love the fact that I'm able to say that. I do want to keep this thing alive, so I'm going to go to Wolfstream and then rest. He's actually probably... Ooh. Oh, that was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea. God damn, I'm dead. Okay, so after this, send in Flambe Harambe. Actually, maybe Abomasnow. I'm actually going to send in Abomasnow, I think. I think that's probably the best tactic at that point in time. Just technique 240 compared to 360. Oh, if it's max speed. Oh my god, this might not work. I'm doing it anyway. Right. Leaf Storm. Is this gonna work? Who knows? Probably not. He might send in... Oh, that's Shandy. Ooh, nice-ish damage? Kinda nice damage. Looking kinda nice though. Right. That done. Get rid of Garchomp. Do I want to get rid of Garchomp? That might not be a good idea, actually. Ooh. Actually, Flambe Harambe? Garchomp, Flambe Harambe. Flambe Harambe. No, yes, maybe, shit. Garchomp. I want the boost. I want us to get the boost and just start doing things. So, I think I'm going to have to wait on that. Send in Flambe Harambe. I want to keep Abomasnow alive. It might work. It actually might work. Maybe it won't work, who knows. Shit, I definitely should have sent in Garchomp. That's a bad idea. Set out Soft Rocks. Set up something, like, I just do not like fighting Brendan, man, he's so annoying. Oh no, he's not gonna take the damage. Shit. Okay, this might work. This might work. I'm gonna go straight for an Earthquake. I do outspeed, I know I outspeed. There's the Celebi. Takes that rock damage. There's the Earthquake. That's to take him down, and that puts me into a situation where I've got the Salak, and now I can start outspeeding a tiny bit, but I'm also probably going to die. So, Earthquake. Is that a good idea? Probably not, but I'm doing it anyway. Jirachi! Fuck you! Fuck you, Jirachi! That didn't kill, but it did enough. Right. Time to start taking heads. Let's go, Abomasnow. Let's see what we can do here. Is he going to send in Primarina? I hope this might actually work. No, he's going to send in Shandy and I'm just going to die. Like, if he does anything else, he, like... Shandy, I don't think I can kill Shandy from here. I just can't. This might work. This actually might work. It'd be hilarious. If this works. If this actually works. If this actually works. It didn't work. Fuck. It seemed so close to working. In the right, that could have worked. Could have worked. It's just that the rest of the game was terrible. GG. Yeah, that was it. I was fully expecting to be crushed, and I did get crushed, and Abomasnow kind of worked. It was so close to working. It was so close. I just needed a bit more luck, and that would have worked. But hey, you can't win them all. Okay, so this is just like a quick explanation of the team. As you can see here, this is a bit of a hodgepodge team, really. I don't think I balanced the offense and defense very well at all. I do think Abomasnow was the right choice. It's also one of the only Pokemon I actually built myself without any particular input. I talked to my front office about this, and Clutch hated the fact that I was bringing Abomasnow, but I wanted to bring it, and it did work, kinda. The problem is, I just don't think I had enough to back it up, really, and I just didn't have the right answers to the right Pokemon. Like, I didn't have a proper answer, really, to Chandelure, or to Jirachi, really, outside of Infernape, and potentially Garchomp. Unfortunately, Brendan's team seemed to be very hard to break down. He does do an awful lot of switching, so it can be quite difficult to break it down into something that's manageable, but that's just the way it is sometimes. There are certainly ways I can improve this team. I think not bringing the Fog on Zapdos was a horrible idea, as was probably not giving it lefties. I think lefties have really benefited for it. Weezing definitely needed. I'm not sure what Weezing needed. I didn't take into account the fact that he had a grounded poison, so despite all the emphasis on toxic spikes, it was all for nothing, and I essentially just sacked Weezing for nothing. I just needed a little bit more in general, I think. He was able to neuter me very effectively because he had immunities for ground and dragon and poison and fighting and normal. He had a lot of immunities and an awful amount of immunities, and he managed to balance it very, very well, unfortunately for me. So, but hey, and it's still, honestly, it was closer than it looked, I think, even though I played badly, and I was essentially on the back foot the entire time. If I'd managed to get rid of Shandy early on, it could have been a completely different game. Who knows, it honestly might have been a very different game. It's very hard to say, but Abomasnow could have worked. It could have worked, and I'm glad I managed to do something with it. Anyway, that's all for me this season, because I am not doing any sort of playoff match, almost certainly. So, you can catch me in the PCL Draft League Season 8? I think it's 8. Catch me in Season 8. Okay, bye.